The Canadian Museum for Human Rights will celebrate its grand opening with a free music event happening this weekend at the Forks. RightsFest will feature local, national, and internationally known musicians with more than 25 performances Saturday and Sunday. The museum joined forces with the Winnipeg Folk Festival to plan RightsFest, and Artistic Director Chris Frayer joins us this morning. Thanks for making some time.
Yes.
I'm probably pretty busy out
Very
there.
busy. Thanks for having me on.
Let's talk a little bit about the collaboration and
Okay.
why it's a good fit between Folk Festival and the museum.
Okay. Well, I think that our values, like the two organizations' values, align just in regards to human rights and just the history that folk music has with the rights movement, you know, in North America and abroad. So I think it just kind of, it felt like a natural fit, and we were really excited to get on board and to help with the weekend. And I think we put together a pretty special weekend. So.
Well, and certainly the museum knows its history, and the Folk Fest knows how to put on a really good live music event featuring a diverse group of many, many artists.
Yes.
What did you kind of look to when you're putting together this festival? How was it different than putting together a folk fest?
You know what? It actually was quite similar, except we really looked more to what artists had contributed to the rights movement, or just what kind of work they had done, or how they'd used their art to kind of better humanity. And that was the case for some of the musicians, and some of the musicians that are performing are supporting the museum and human rights by just simply performing on the weekend.
I'm excited to see A Tribe Called Red come and perform back here in Winnipeg. They were the first Aboriginal group to win a Juno outside an Aboriginal category, and I think that's a perfect fit. So
yeah, them and you know, like Ashley McIsaac, and Marie Pierre Arthur, who I'm really excited about, who's an artist out of Quebec. And we just kind of look for that diversity that we do have at the festival too. And we wanted something that would appeal. You know, we have Bruce Coburn, Buffy St. Marie, and then of course we have the Manitoba concert that's before the main stage concert with the Brothers Landreth and Del Barber and a bunch of, you know, really great artists who are from our own province. And it's great, since it's the year of music in the province. It was great the museum decided to focus on having some really good Manitoba talent.
Just music in general, I feel like it is so intrinsic with the struggle for human rights and just to be a part of the celebrations. What do you think it is about music that really brings people together?
Well, I think it's like it's you know, it's one of those things where you can just, you know, you can just kind of jump on to a song and a melody, and it just kind of gets you, like, you know, thinking about, you know, about the themes, and you start listening to the lyrics, and things start to kind of move you. And sometimes the lyrical content isn't something that's so specific, you know, to human rights. Sometimes people use a metaphor and all sorts of different ways of getting their point across. But I think, you know, I know they say like universal language, and I think it kind of makes a lot of sense, because it really does like get across to so many different groups of people. And we're hoping with the event that it gets young and old alike, and everybody in between kind of excited about the opening of the museum, and just really focusing on a celebration. And it really is that there's so much other time for dialogue and everything else that goes into the museum kind of like after the weekend too, that we just really want people, I think, to enjoy themselves on the opening weekend and to celebrate this historic occasion of opening the museum. So after so many years, right? It's
a great way to take part in what's happening here in our city, a big thing for Winnipeg and for Canada. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
RightsFest Saturday and Sunday right here at the Forks.
This ain't over. Don't say goodbye.